Where's your devotion? Where's your devotion?
Hi Aquarius, welcome to Maddie Tarot. I'm Maddie, and today we're going to be doing a general reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements for October 11th through 20th. All right, so keep in mind that this is a general reading. It may not resonate for everybody from front to back. Take what resonates and leave the rest. I am just reading energies and deciphering a message or a story from energies alone. So you may need to swap roles. I could be talking about you, your person, another individual, another party. Don't overextend or stretch it to make it fit. If it's not your story, it's not your story. But be sure to check your other placements because your messages could be there. Okay, so I've already cleansed the space, cleansed the decks, pre-shuffled, and meditated on the collective conscious of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. All right, so what does Aquarius need to know? What does Aquarius need to know? Let's see. All right, Aquarius. We're going to start with a card for you. We got the Hermit. And energy affecting you. The Queen of Voices. Person on Aquarius is mind. Two of Emotions. Energy affecting them. The Hanged Muse. 3 cards for past energies that have led up to this point. The Hierophant. The Ace of Materials. And the Magician. Okay. Intuition. Aquarius's intuition. Death. Your challenge. Aquarius's challenge. The Knight of Materials. Advice for Aquarius. 2 of Inspiration. Person on Aquarius's mind. What are they thinking? 5 of Materials. Person on Aquarius's mind. How are they feeling? You got the Queen of Inspiration, 9 of Emotions, and Queen of Materials. And person on Aquarius's mind. What's their next move? Knight of Voices. Bias. Ace of Inspiration. Caution. 10 of Voices. Focus. Knight of Inspiration. 2 guidance messages for Aquarius. 6 of Materials. And the Ace of Emotions. At the bottom of the deck, you've got the Queen of Emotions. All right, so let's see. 2 crystal cards for y'all. So we've got Obsidian. Obsidian and... let's see. Obsidian and Moonstone. Okay. All right, Aquarius. You've got Obsidian and Moonstone here. All right, so let's see. Obsidian. Obsidian stones are protective stones. Black obsidian is known to be the strongest. This stone allows you to be protected from incoming negative energy in daily life. Holding it briefly above the third eye each morning during meditation creates a protective shield around you. And then you've got Moonstone. Just as the name says, this stone is connected to the moon. We all have emotional ups and downs or cycles like the moon. This stone can bring balance to those emotions. It is the stone of new beginnings, and when held to the forehead can bring on spiritual experiences. So Aquarius, I feel like you've been having a spiritual type awakening. Maybe you've been seeing, getting downloads, getting messages. Maybe you have been really just like deflecting, negative pain or emotions or that people might be projecting onto you. It says here that, protected from negative energy, and you've also new beginnings. You're embracing new. Maybe this is a new attitude, a new approach, new belief system, new way of thinking that you're applying. Here, though, I love the contrast of the black and the white here. So I'm getting here that you I'm getting here not that you're back and forth, but that you are right in the midst of a drastic change, maybe an overhaul of sorts from night to day, or black to white, or white to black, or day to night, whatever it may be. So yeah, so let's get more clarity here with your reading. So Aquarius, at this time, you've got the Hermit and the Queen of Voices for your cards over here. So I'm getting here that you are getting more in tune with your, how do you say, your anger. And in a good way. You're maybe tailoring it, or directing it in a positive manner. You're channeling this energy at this time. I'm getting that you are speaking more about your needs and boundaries. I'm getting here that you're doing a lot of introspective work. And this is clarified by Page of Pentacles. You may be following creative pursuits or art endeavors at this time, something having to do with your creative passions. This might involve some sort of working with your hands, or possibly something in regard to speaking, or maybe writing something. Six of Pentacles, okay? And then your person on Aquarius's mind, you've got the Two of Emotions and the Hanged Muse. Person on your mind, Aquarius. You are, for those of you in partnership, this is a long-standing partnership. For those of you not in a connection, I'm getting here that you kind of aren't really looking for anything at this time. So I'm getting two stories here. For those of you in a connection, your person is very devoted to you, committed to you. They have a lot of, this is, like I said, a long-standing connection, and oh yeah, quite a few came out here. You guys have been on this journey for a long time together. You are romantic together. You've got a lot of passion. You follow. They love that you're very creative and very how do you say, sociable, and they're very much your rock, and they support you. For those of you not in a connection, I see that you're kind of just on your path right now toward your creative pursuits, your endeavors, your dreams, your goals. Something you're not really thinking about romance. Maybe it comes in here and there. It comes in here and there, and you think about it, and you're like, oh, that'd be nice, or yeah, and you maybe go and enjoy a date or whatever, but yeah, I'm getting here that it's largely not on your mind. You're not really focused on that at this time. So the Hermit, inward, introspective energy, and this is in regard to the things you're manifesting, your goals, your dreams, your passions, what you're bringing into your life at this time. And the Queen of Voices here. This is speaking your truth, setting boundaries, and being just very practical and honest. And Six of Pentacles here is in regard to what you're giving. So what I'm getting here really is like, you get what you give, and you are really applying that right now, and you're really um, you know giving it your all, and you are not messing around, and you are taking matters serious with people, with um, business endeavors, with just everything. You're very much honed in and focused at this time. For those of you who are in a connection, your person, like I said, they very much love you. They've got two of cups here, love, and they see a future with you, stability, big picture. They make, they choose you every day is what I'm getting. And you've got here passion, and they allow you to follow your creative pursuits. They support you in this, and you guys have been on this journey together for a while. There's something, maybe you're very busy at this time, and so your person feels like they need a little bit of more attention or romance from you, or maybe they kind of how do you say, I don't want to say get in your way, but maybe they come and make bids of connection quite often, and they're feeling a bit shut out at this time, maybe because you're so busy. For those of you who are not in a connection, I feel like you are thinking about your future, bold decisions in regard to how you're moving forward. You might be dating here and there. You feel a little stuck in that aspect of your life, and you're not really looking into that. But there's there's passion and love for what your I'm sorry, what you're passionate about, like your hobbies or your interests and your just day to day what you're building for yourself. You might be running a business. You might be um, taking classes. You might be working on your artwork. But you're doing a lot of networking at this time, is what I'm getting. I'm getting a message here now that you could, for those of you who are not in a connection, this somebody will you will be meeting somebody in this network or in this networking that you're doing. So, if somebody stands out and kind of makes you, um, how do you say, double take, that person, definitely go and talk to them. And even if they don't come talk to you, go talk to them. Okay. In the past, what has led up to this? You've got the Hierophant, the Ace of Materials, and the Magician, clarified by the High Priestess. Clarify the Ace of Materials, King of Swords, and clarify the Magician. Judgment. Yes. So for those of you in a connection, the Hierophant and the High Priestess. This is deeper knowledge, higher knowing, like the how do you say, unconscious and subconscious, like the higher self. This is a deeper understanding of the metaphysical, and this is a deeper understanding of the physical, and they are counterparts. And this is also commitment, marriage, long-standing commitment. Something I'm getting here that you guys have been, you might be spiritual or religious, and in a long-standing commitment, and this is something that has held or stood the test of time. For those of you not in a connection, I'm getting here that you are becoming more familiar with where you are in life, your niche. You're following your intuition, and you're, like I said earlier, steering on your path and really just honing in on what it is to be you. And the Ace of Materials here is manifestation, it's new opportunity. That's Ace of Materials here. And then the King of Swords, you're getting really, I mean, up to this point, you've cut out all the things that aren't going to bring you the happiness you want. You've cut out, you've just like cut the grass, essentially. Excuse me. You've pulled the weeds. You've, plucked the fruit, whatever you want to say. Like, you have cut out all the bull and got down to business, is what I'm getting here. And in regard to, for those of you who are in a connection, this is about communication, has been more succinct. I'm not succinct, has been more, how do you say, transparent, direct, and forthcoming. Um, there might be a little bit of snapping or harsh words, but I mean, in a long-standing commitment, when does that not happen? But be careful of how you're speaking to your partner if that is your message, okay? And then the Magician here in Judgment, yeah, you've whether you're in a connection or not, you've really evaluated yourself and kind of looked and had this awakening and realized where you were in life and what you needed to do, and you've made some major changes recently. If not yet, you are in the process of doing so, and you realize you are the creator of this, and this is something that is your journey alone. And thank God if you have somebody to join you join alongside you. That's really special. And but whether you're in a connection or not, this is something you're really in your power at this time, Aquarius. I'm getting okay. Your intuition, death. Yeah, your intuition has been tugging at you about this transformation, these new beginnings, letting go of something, just kind of shedding your skin and walking into the new directions. Um, Again, this is something you're either going through at this time, have recently gone through, or you're about to go through. Your intuition has been telling you this for a while, and it sounds like you are listening. And this is clarified by the Eight of Swords. This is after a period of feeling kind of stuck and trapped. And maybe you had mentally held yourself back in regard. The Knight of Materials, clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, and the Two of Inspiration, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. So you had been feeling a little stuck, stagnant. Maybe you were telling yourself certain things. You weren't tapping into your own sense of confidence and kind of just keeping yourself in the dark, and you've transcended this, or you're about to, or you're getting into that momentum again of regaining control in something. For those of you in a connection, I'm getting here that maybe you have not voiced your anger properly, and you have these outbursts, and maybe you are now more aware of that, and you are speaking more intentionally and directly and communicating what you need, and understanding you don't need to sweep things under the rug or pretend like it's all okay. And this extra positive outlook, it's great, but also there's such a thing as toxic positivity. So don't be dismissing your emotions or somebody else's in the name of be happy, be happy, be happy, So your challenge at this time your challenge at this time is you're building a foundation, you're building your stability, you're thinking about your future and your wealth and your material security, and you're building a foundation. And this is slow, hard work that you have dedicated yourself to, and that is a challenge. And of course, it's like keep going. Don't stop at this time. Your advice here is to apply the lessons that you've learned while moving forward. So this and include if you're in a relationship, include your partner. So this is two people planning something, gaining momentum, moving forward, and kind of setting out intention for the future. This is lessons, education, skill set. So it's like, can you guys come together? Can you guys work together in regard to this? Or maybe you're working with a close loved one, or maybe your partner or a family member in regard to an endeavor that is going to be beneficial for you financially. That's what I'm getting there. Person on your mind, what are they thinking? They're thinking, like I was saying earlier, for those of you in a connection, your person's feeling a little left out, and it's because you're just so busy. So just be sure to take that extra time to kind of maybe tell them, take that extra moment to just like let them know you care, and do a little bit for them, do something for them. It doesn't need to be big. Just they're feeling a little out. How do you say? They're feeling on the outside right now. And Page of Swords, yeah. So I feel like they might be. How do I say? They might have some like witty banter here and there. That's kind of sounds passive aggressive, maybe. Um, Nine of Swords for how they're feeling, and then clarify the Knight of Voices for their next move. The Lovers, yeah. So they've got some witty banter here and there, and this is because they're feeling just a little left out, and maybe they kind of slump around a little bit and kind of like make little comments, and you're just like, oh my gosh. So just take that extra time to show them you care and tell them, remind them. For those of you not in a connection, I'm getting the person that's on your mind, or maybe in your dating life, or maybe just in your life in general. The outside kind of energies that are affecting you is like you feel like you're all on your own right now, and just like kind of you might be a little defensive if somebody tries to disrupt that for you. The person on your mind, if you're in a connection or not, what are they feeling? They're feeling, let's see. Okay, yeah. they're feeling like a little lack of confidence here, and I'm getting here for those of you that aren't in a connection. Maybe you're just not, like I said earlier, pretty much you're just not feeling the dating scene right now, or you might be a little extra harsh on the way you vet people or kind of look at people. You're just like, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. For those of you in a connection, though, your person wants to receive something from you. This is in regard to wish fulfillment, but this is, you are their wish fulfillment. So it's just the idea that you aren't really putting much attention toward them at this time is affecting their confidence, kind of making them feel down in the dumps. So again, just take an extra moment to let them know you care. Your person's next move here, hopefully this isn't a fight, but they may, like I said, they may be a little passive aggressive, and you guys might be getting in little spats at this time. So this is maybe some choice words for a loved one, but I'm also getting here that if you, this is also communication, and it's like a message coming in. So like maybe this person has a message to tell you. Maybe they have been writing you something. Maybe they are going to surprise you. Maybe you guys just need to talk. Maybe you guys need to talk about something. But the next move is to have that conversation. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a conflict. Your bias here, Ace of Inspiration, Ace of Wands. Your bias here is your creative endeavors, your passion, the way you've poured yourself into this. It's giving, whether in a connection or not, you have let this largely take up your time. Whatever it is you're moving toward at this time, your goals, even if it's just self goals within the properties of self, and not really involving any outside. How do you say, endeavors, or persons, places, or things. So maybe it's just personal goals of growth, but either way, whether it's an art project or some sort of endeavor or goal or a job, whatever it is, your bias here is that like you're focused on that. So make sure you have a balance in your life. You're obtaining some sort of balance. Clarified by Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, that you can tend to the garden. You can put the work in. Hard work gets results. And your bias here is maybe you're putting all the work into here, and maybe kind of letting other parts trickle off. So just be aware of that, and get a good balance. Your caution here is the Ten of Voices, Ten of Swords. Your caution here is you're afraid of you might be afraid of failing. You might be afraid of getting maybe defeated, or I think caution here is really saying like be wary of be cautious of how you're going about these things, because your person could feel a little betrayed or stabbed in the back in some way, or not stabbed in the back, but like kind of like, I'm getting here more of a thing where like they feel like they failing you, and that's because of your distance. um Maybe they've tried to help or offer their hand and help, and since you're so like go 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 right now, and go go gadget, like you're like, no, I don't need, no 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 no, it's good, no 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 no, no, just and maybe you've in ways told them um you're kind of in the way. Not to be rude, but like it's just like, I know what I got my methods here, and my own like little way of doing things, and like you're kind of just move, love you, move. So maybe that's be cautious of that. Be of making your person might feel like they're failing you in some way at this time. So just be cautious of that. This is clarified by the world. Let them know that this is not going to last forever, and it's just at this time you really are focused on something, and it's a cycle, and it's something that you're going through. It's a new endeavor. It's a sense of it's somewhere you feel like you're achieving something, and you feel like it's your niche and where you belong. And the world here with the Ten of Voices, I'm getting a message that make sure that you're achieving in all aspects. in regard to all areas of your life. You know, don't neglect one area for another. Of course, we have to. How do you say? Of course, we have to prioritize. So I'm not saying don't prioritize, and of course, you have to split up your time. But if you find one area of your life that you've really not been like, oh my gosh, I let that go. Oh gosh, I didn't call them back, or when's the last time I had dinner with my partner, or like when's the last time when's the last time I told them I loved them, like, whatever it may be. I'm just using examples. Just make sure you're not falling short on those areas. Your focus here, your focus here is you're very focused on your free spirited energy at this time, but focus also on maybe the conflicts that it's creating, or if it's creating any. If it's bringing up any sort of conflict with anybody, don't think that that person's against you. People usually are, when they are upset, it's because they feel like they're not trying to like interject and be like, I mean, sometimes people are, but I'm getting here the message really is like, if somebody's expressing frustration, it's because they want more of your time. And sometimes people need to learn how to express those things. So it's like, we could say, you never spend any time with me, and that's going to put somebody on the defense. Instead we could say, I really appreciate the time we get together, and I've noticed lately that you're very busy, and I would love it if we could carve out some time this week to, maybe rekindle and kind of, have an intimate moment, or maybe a date night or a dinner or something. That way, you see how that's positive. You see how you're naming your need, you're naming your intention. You're not blaming them. You're not pointing the finger. You're not making them feel like you never do anything. You're always so busy. Da, da, da. Instead of you're always so busy, say, I really have been feeling a bit disconnected from you lately, and I greatly value our time together. And I would love it if maybe I know you're very busy, but maybe if we could, um, you know, take a night out and go to the movies or something. Whatever it may be. But you get what I'm saying. So that's not really a message for you. That's maybe more for your person. Um, but these types of things can be communicated. You can communicate, hey, I feel like, I'm sorry, I feel like a little criticized and a little attacked when you say things in a certain way, and you express what I'm not doing. I would much more appreciate if you could express what you are looking for. What is your intention, and ask me for that. It helps me to connect with you better. If you're able to do that, I can see what your need is, and I am better able to meet it in that regard. So either way, communicating these things in a healthy, effective manner to assure the most positive outcome. If we can disarm, and if we can disarm any defenses, or take that protective measure to not arm them at all, and then invite the person in for a co-collaborative effort to create a solution and find a path forward together, that is the best way to go about those things. Your guidance here, Six of Materials and the Ace of Emotions. Your guidance here is to make sure you're giving to your heart as well. I know you're following your passions, and if that is where your heart is at this time, continue doing it. Make sure you're receiving something back out of it, though. Like not that you should give to receive, but what I'm saying is, like, if you're pouring your heart into it, is it fulfilling you? And if that's the case, great. If for those of you in a connection, though, I'm getting here that if make sure you're still giving your heart to your person, and like I've been saying this whole reading, pretty much, I'm not going to repeat it again. Clarify the Six of Materials, Six of Swords, and clarify the Ace of Emotions, the Queen of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Queen of Swords. Okay, so very interesting. Six of Materials and Six of Swords. So giving, And this is a lesson, and this is a transition and moving on. So in the beginning, I was saying you're maybe moving past certain ways that you would express anger. You're moving past certain ways that you would express your needs, or kind of you're kind of transforming those things and becoming more self-aware of how you're communicating these things, when you're maybe displacing some anger, when you're maybe lashing out when you could have asked a different way. So these things it's what do you know, we give something every time we speak. So we're giving an opportunity, or we're giving a how do you say, we're either giving an opportunity, or we're detracting or taking away from an opportunity, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, just kind of applying these lessons moving forward in the way you give your hand, or your hand in situations, and following your heart, following new love for I'm getting here for an endeavor, not for a person specifically. Maybe you are looking for new love, but this is really building your confidence. This is really building up your confidence. It's something that you are passionate about. And I'm getting here that maybe that was something that was holding you back before. Maybe you kind of have been sitting on this idea for a while, and you finally have decided to make it happen, make your dreams come true, and do what you enjoy doing. At the bottom of the deck, Aquarius, what I have here is Queen of Swords and Queen of Emotions. So I'm getting here really, the strong message is you are securing your heart space and becoming more standing more in your power to be able to communicate the needs, wants, and desires of your heart, and you're doing it with a no bars hold, for any sort of how do you say, uh, no games, no beating around the bush, no, you're very direct right now. You're very focused, and you are learning a lot more about yourself. And so this is a healing energy, and this is really defining what it means to give your heart, and for what it means for you to give give in general, just to somebody, to a situation, to the world. So this is a very healing, transformative time for you. Let's get some energy cards for Aquarius. Energy cards for Aquarius. Let's see. We've got strength and isolation, sweetness, sadness, and stop. Okay. And then at the bottom, ideation. So creativity, ideation, ideas, seeing a vision, seeing a bigger picture of something, and bringing your ideas to life. Okay, but you want to. This might be creating some sadness in somebody, like I've been saying. So make sure, first of all, make sure toxic positivity is not replacing sadness, and you're actually expressing these things and allowing other people to express them to you. If that's something of a dynamic you guys have, like a relationship, somebody should be able to express these things to you. Make sure you're holding space for that. You do not need to. I mean, right now you need to. I was gonna say you do not need to stop. No, you do need to slow down a bit. I know you're very go 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 and very driven at this time, but hey, stop to smell the roses. Don't forget to do that. Don't forget to stop, and it's not telling you to stop. It's telling you to make sure you are making a stop at each area of your life, like I was saying earlier. Sweetness. Your person may be feeling a little out in the cold at this time. Make sure you're giving them that extra love and care, that TLC and sweetness. And yeah, you have been isolating a lot, really in your because you're in your power at this time. You're really strong, courageous, brave, and confident. And so you're bringing your ideas to life. You've been largely just focused on self and all that. Just, I mean, the underlying message here basically is extend your kind heart. You're learning so much about yourself right now, Aquarius. So practice those things. Practice makes perfect. Okay? So that's all I have for you today. I really hope it helped. Thank you.
The love I seek deep as the ocean. Don't let me fall, I believe I won't make it back in one piece. Feel like we've reached a crossroads. Ooh, don't you hate them ultimatums? But we need a revelation to save us. Stuck in the moment, it seems. The more I think, the more I don't know. I'm looking for a sign. Where's your devotion?